Detach from what you think is going to save you. Lose your life to save it. And we are back with another reflection on the Daily Vedantic. Today's reflection is on one of my favorite principles within the philosophy of Vedanta. And that is the words from Ramatirtha. Attach, you lose. Detach, you gain. The core of this principle is this notion that when we attach to something, that very attachment will create separation. Attached to another human, attached to a job, attached to name, reputation, attached to status. These very attachments, according to Ramatirtha, who's one of the titans within this philosophy, that very attachment will be the dynamic that creates the destruction of the very thing that you love. A relationship with a significant other, you're so attached to them. That will be the seeds of distance between you. But detach and you gain. And anyone that knows in the dating world, this is always the canonical example I give, at least. When you have an obsession with the person that you're pursuing in the dating world, that attachment scares the other person off. Whereas a healthy detachment, checking in, seeing if they want to go grab a bite to eat, but not obsessing, not sending 10 texts in a day, that healthy detachment. It's like it creates the vacuum in which what you want jumps right in, gets sucked right in. Nature abhors a vacuum, as they say. So you create that vacuum. You're detached from name, status. You gain it. You're not obsessed and attached to money, counting every dollar, counting every friend that has more money than you. Healthy detachment from it. Instead of chasing careers around financial goals, you fall right into flow with what you're naturally wired for. And you wake up in 10, 15 years and you're doing quite well financially. Good example of this in the grand scale would be when God directed Moses to pick up the serpent. God tells Moses to pick up this serpent, and Moses is like, What? That thing's going to kill me. That snake will bite me and I might die. But God tells him clearly, pick up that serpent. Detach from what you think is going to save you. Lose your life to save it, as Christ, thousands of years later, aptly said. Moses picks up the serpent, and that serpent becomes his staff. That doesn't just free him, but it frees his entire community. If he was attached to his life, he would have never picked up the serpent, would never have had the staff that parts the Red Sea and frees his people, including himself. Everyone that he cared for would have died a slave. Everyone he cared for would have died a slave had he been guided and governed by his attachments. But that healthy detachment, knowing that there is something so much higher than preserving your life for a few more years and a few more decades, preserving something that will be lost anyhow. Listening to that higher ideal the words of God, created the conditions for freedom for him and all of his people. The reservoirs of rewards that wait for us on the other side of detachment are infinite. Attach, you lose. Detach, you gain. It is a law. And that is today's reflection on the Daily Vedantic. We'll see you next time.